Hola, ¿cómo están? Las saludo desde Conversaciones con el Alma en Mujer, Brillante y Poderosa. Y hoy tengo el privilegio de entrevistar a mi amiga Shirin.
Hola.
Ella no habla inglés, por lo que hoy voy a hacer la entrevista. Ella no habla español, perdón, por lo que voy a hacer la entrevista en inglés. Pero realmente va a dejar una historia impresionante, que es la historia de su vida. Y bueno, luego les voy a traducir para que tengan idea de la persona que ella es y el privilegio que tengo de ser su amiga y de entrevistarla. Thank you very much, Shirin, for being here with us today at Brilliant and Powerful Woman. We have a space that is called Conversations with the Soul, and I thought of your story because you have a very powerful story to share with the world, and I think you are a very wonderful, strong, powerful lady. And I really want to talk about your life, and I know you're from India and you came many years ago. Can you tell us how long ago did you come to Canada?
I came to Canada in 2005.
Yeah.
In October of 2005. That's about 13
years ago. Great. And what did it bring you to Canada?
So I got married to a Canadian citizen. He sponsored me and I came here with my daughter.
Oh.
I had a daughter from my previous marriage that didn't work. So my daughter and I came here.
Okay, and then after that you settled in Canada, then you had so many other kids, and that's something that really is we have in common. I have 3 children, she has 4, and being a new immigrant in Canada, sometimes it's not easy. Most of the times I would say, because we don't have family, we don't have friends. We just have our husbands' families, and sometimes not even that. And we have to survive not only the winter, the cold, but also
it's a cultural difference.
It's different.
Yes, yeah. It's different. The families are more involved. Back home in India, the extended, there's no nuclear family. I grew up in a large family of many cousins and uncles and aunts, so we all got together, and it was quite lonely after coming here because I didn't have that family around me.
I totally understand you, because when I came to Canada it was the same. I didn't know anybody, and it's hard to start when you're used to a different culture. Like in Mexico, I think it's very similar culture where people in the family is very involved. You have your mother, your cousins, your aunts, your grandma, etc.
And we lived together. We ran into each other's homes. There was no official, letting
appointment.
them know.
Yeah.
There was no appointment.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I know that. I miss that a lot.
Yes.
But anyway, and so tell us a little bit of your story. You have 4 children, right? You have 3 with the husband that brought you here.
Yes. Yes. So yes, I have 4 very beautiful children that keep me busy and on my toes. And I am so grateful that I have them, because had they not been in my life, I wouldn't really know what to do. It would be lonely. It would be very. I think I wouldn't be as powerful as I am today, because it's the mama bear that shows up.
I know, and believe it or not, our children teach us a lot, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, but her story is very inspiring, because I don't know how many years through her marriage she started having some problems with her husband, and now with 4 children, and then she got diagnosed with cancer. Can you tell us what type of cancer you got diagnosed?
So I believe I had cancer for a bit until it showed up as a lump in my clavicle. So I officially got diagnosed with cancer in the year 2014. I had thyroid papillary cancer, which is one of the easiest to cure. However, because I didn't know I had that cancer, so it grew and it spread to my lymph nodes.
Wow.
And
At what stage were you when you were diagnosed?
I think it was stage 3, 4, and what was scary was that even though it was easy to cure, the doctor said that I had tall cell variants, which means the cells were aggressive, and so they said I would have to put up a stronger fight.
Yeah, and what is amazing to me is when she got diagnosed and she had to go for surgery, she was already alone with 4 children and hardly a few friends, right?
Yes.
And she had to go to the hospital really hoping to come out of surgery,
Yes.
right?
So, cancer is a very scary illness, and even hearing that you have cancer, and when the doctor tells you you have cancer, it can scare you and freak you out, and that's where you've already lost half the battle because you totally surrender and give in that cancer is going to kill you. So,
Emotionally, right?
Yes,
It's
yes.
very
It's very scary.
impactful.
And well, when the doctors told me, not that I was, I knew what I had to do. I was scared too, and it just suddenly hit me hard, and I didn't know what I'm going to do with my life. And especially because I had just concluded on a separation, and I didn't have my ex-husband to emotionally support me, and all I had were my 4 very young children, and it was a very challenging time for me and my family. My kids were devastated. My son used to.
How old was the oldest and how young was the youngest?
This is about
4 years ago.
yes, 4 years ago. So my youngest was 4 years old.
My God,
And-
a baby.
Yes, and my twins were 7 years old, and Sarah was 19, and it was very hard. Sarah was in university. She was shattered. She broke down in tears, and then my children,
Also becoming a strong young lady, right?
Yes,
To support
yes.
her own mother.
yes. So it really rocked our family, and it was not easy for me to have no one around me.
I can
and
imagine.
to face this illness and to go for surgery not knowing what holds for me. So I think the toughest conversation I had with my children was to make plans about what would happen if I never came back,
Oh my
or if
goodness.
something happened to me. So to have that conversation was very hard, and I did have that conversation with my children, and I am so grateful for the way Sarah showed up as the
The
strength
oldest.
in the family, and my kids were very supportive.
Yeah, and I know her kids and I see them, although they're still little, I think they are very mature for everything they have gone through. But still they are laughing and being kids, and that's what I really admire of her, because everything she has gone through gave her a lesson. And I want her to share what was her lesson to have cancer and how you face life now.
So when I went through cancer, that was a wake-up call for me. So I was dealing with things that were terrible. I was allowing people to treat me in nasty ways, things that I would never do to others. I was letting others do to me. And cancer was such a wake-up call for me when I realized that I had not nurtured myself. I had not been loving to myself. And why would anybody else be loving to me if I didn't care about myself? Why would someone else care for me? And cancer taught me how to love myself. So when I just opened up to receiving love. When I was going through treatment, I went all out to support my doctors by trusting in them, by believing in them, and I supported my medical treatment with alternative healing, with changing my lifestyle, with bringing in meditation and moments of calmness and peace and self-discipline, by bringing in changes in my diet, by bringing in changes in my entire lifestyle. And that really, and I was so open to receiving love and healing because I became nurturing towards myself. If someone who went to a church came and gave me a book saying, this, if you read this book, it's going to heal you, I opened my heart to receive that. If someone said, I got this from a temple, if a Buddhist doing something that was from their Buddhist faith, I just received and received and received, and I nourished myself. Most importantly, I had a Skype call with a healer in India, and he wrote a book, and when I had a conversation with him, he was sharing his perspective of what cancer is, and he explained how cancer is when certain cells in your body are so traumatized that they go insane.
I know, and what you did to your cancer cells is like impressive. That's a message that really want her to share, because in Brilliant and Powerful Woman organization, that's exactly what we're doing. We're waking up all these women that we are always caregivers, and we don't love ourselves, we forget about ourselves, and you know what, we cannot give if we don't receive, if we don't nurture ourselves, right?
Absolutely.
So she did something really powerful with the guidance of this healer, right,
Yes.
from India.
Yes.
Can you tell us
And
about it?
What I did was I started treating my body as my baby. The way I have loved others, I began to love myself. So every day I would speak with my cancer cells as if they were my babies, and I asked for forgiveness for allowing so much trauma to impact these cells, and I would speak with them and send them love and healing. Spend time with myself, experiencing my body, and I feel that along with the doctor's medication and all the alternative healing support and all the love and affection of people, what really mattered was my ability to be open to receiving and to embrace the cancer cells as a part of my body and allow it to heal with love.
Wow, it's impressive, and what I really like, because you told me a long time ago that you sit down with yourself, close your eyes, and talk to your body, right?
Yes.
Talk to yourselves,
Yes.
and I think what I really love is the power of visualization, because I think doing this, you visualize your cancer cells getting better and
Yes.
better and
Yes.
love, and so that is really powerful, right?
Thank you. Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
I love it. Can you tell me when do you feel the presence of God?
I've always felt the presence of God. I've had a lot of challenges in my life. I've never doubted God. I've never doubted that He doesn't exist, and He's always been with me. I am where I am today is because I have God as my partner.
Wow, it's real, because if we forget about the presence of God, it's like nothing works, right?
Yes,
absolutely. And when do you experience love? When do you feel that you experience love in your life?
Well, I have learned to be loved. I'm constantly in a state of love with myself. And so there's no need to wait for a moment of love or to experience love from outside.
So love is within.
Just like God, love is always present.
Yeah,
Yes.
and your body, and
Yes.
you can give
Yes,
love, right?
absolutely.
Yeah. What is your purpose of life?
My purpose of life is being present. There's no such thing as a very big purpose that you can, it's like one big title or one big list. to me, purpose is living in the moment, being connected to whoever you are with at that time or whatever you're doing, being fully connected, being one, and being totally present. So that is my purpose. Small steps, small fulfillment every single, from moment to moment.
Yeah, I think that's a big lesson. What would you say that was your biggest lesson from going, divorce with 4 children, with cancer, surviving alone, taking care of your family? What all these circumstances taught you?
It taught me to realize that I have my own power and I can make choices that are powerful and positive, and I can turn anything around.
Wow, it's impressive.
Thank you.
What does inspire you to continue and to pass these messages to your children?
What inspires me is the way. Actually, what inspires me would be my children.
Yeah.
Yes, we learn a lot from children.
Yes, I agree with you.
Yes, and what I see in my children, the way they have embraced life, they don't complain, and they're very cheerful, they're very happy, they're very grateful, they're very, very lovely.
Yeah.
And being with children is very inspirational. They inspire me.
Yeah, that's
So I learned to be like them. And when you come from that place of simplicity, love, curiosity,
yeah.
you keep going.
Yes. And what would it be your legacy to leave to this world?
Well, my legacy would be definitely love and a grateful heart. So, when what is my dream is to create a loving world around my children, so that they can be loved and they can be loved to others and they can receive love from others, and to be ever grateful and not feel that there is any kind of entitlement, and not not take anybody's love for granted.
Yes. And I would love you to share a simple message to all the women that are looking at us. What is your message?
My message is that we all have an inner guidance, which is different from what people call the chatter, the monkey chatter in the brain. So follow your inner guidance, be your own true love, and be your own North Star.
Thank you, Shireen. I really love your message. I really admire you for everything you have gone through, and you're still shining. Really, and she has a beautiful family. I had the pleasure to meet her children, and they are very naive, cheerful, very well educated, well manners, and everything because of her.
I must admit that along with my children, when I shifted, a whole world opened up for me. They say that it takes a whole village to raise a child. I would say it takes a whole world of people to lift up a woman who's fallen,
Yes.
who's disempowered. And so I've always been really lucky ever since I shifted to have a world of people, a community of people around me who are very loving and caring. I had a lot of support from a whole bunch of women who are mothers in my children's school, who took turns to look after my family when I went for surgery.
Wow.
And to this day, I have very lovely people around me who are lifting me up every day. I love being with them, and it's kind of symbiotic. You are empowered. You share your power, and you receive power just as much as you receive.
But also, I think what makes the difference with you is you allow to ask and receive.
Absolutely.
Like versus before, you were a giver, right?
Yes.
and you didn't allow other people to help you.
Absolutely.
But when you open up that space,
Yes.
like a lot of strangers, because it wasn't
Yes.
family, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So you build a new family that is not your blood, that they
Yes.
really care.
Yes.
Sometimes it doesn't matter, like if they are not your blood related, they really care exactly the same or even more.
Yes,
right?
very
So,
unconditional.
yes, that's unconditional love.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So thank you so much. It was a pleasure to have you at Brilliant and Powerful Woman.
Thank you.
And you are one of them.
Thank you very
Shirin.
much. Thank
We
you.
love you.
Thank
Bye.
you.